Real quick, we have a treehouse building hands-on workshop in Maine coming up in August, and in September, tiny house summer camp year 13. Camp and build with us. Details down below. Hey, what's up, guys? Deke, relaxshacks.com. Cutting some wood, sawdust, not dandruff, not this time. Working on revitalizing a corn crib-like tiny glamping pod on a trailer. Here's the quick before. This is something we worked on using a lot of forklift pallet wood, salvage stuff, and whatnot, and basically redesigned this on a budget down here at Alabama at Lee Acres, leeacres.com. Super cool glamping rental spot. You will love it if you're into the artsy and funky stuff. Basically, Lee Acres is like this super cool glamping art farm. They have tiny houses you can rent, lots of disc golf courses nearby, a converted VW van you can spend a night in. They got a tree house we built for them that's a huge, huge robot. And even an A-frame, the transforming A-frame, the plans I designed, which are down in the description below. You can stay in one of those down there. Let me show you what we did in like a day and a half. So we started out with a thorough cleaning of the place because it was a used kind of makeshift camper that Lee had purchased. It needed a lot of cleaning, but we saw that it had tons of potential. Next step was the clerestory windows were just clear tarp pieces that were just wind torn. They were very ratty. Had to get rid of all those, seal things up a bit, and replace those top windows with Tough Tex, this multi-wall stuff we use all the time, and added an overhang off the front as well for some shade and to kind of bulk out the look of this. It was a little too boxy. This gave it a 3D look. Then after salvaging a bunch of pallet wood that we used to kind of cover up all the spray foam work they did to seal up this place, whoever built it once upon a time, we hit downtown Huntsville, Alabama, which we've been to before. It's gorgeous. If you have a chance, go down there at night. The spring that flows through downtown and those little creeks, they're all lit up gorgeously. Hit this place called the Poppy in Parliament, one of the cooler English-style bars I've ever been to. I tried frog legs for the first time, and the next morning it was back at it. So for the eco-minded people on hand, the paint we used for this project, same company we used for our tiny house documentary film, the box truck film. It's a company called Recolor. It's a women-run business that takes paints that are normally destined for the landfill or otherwise would be chucked, cleans them, puts in some additives, mixes their own blends, and sells them. They're durable. We've used them a ton of times, and I do recommend them. There's a link down below. Here you can see some of the on-site long pallets we had access to. We dismantled those to use as trim, and then with some 2x3 scraps, because the walls were angled, built some little shelves that we mounted to the walls for candles, bottles, things like that, just to kind of pretty up the place and give people a place for storing items, you know, their wallets and whatnot when they stayed in here. And here's the final result with salvaged materials, mind you.